The award in education and training is an introductory qualification which you could say is the first step on the teaching qualifications ladder. It's at level 3, which roughly equates to 2 A levels, and it can be taken by anyone who's over the age of 19, whether they are teaching or not. Anyone can take it. You don't have to be currently teaching or training, therefore it's ideal for anyone who's thinking about teaching in what we call the further education and skills sector. Even if you just want to find out what it's like to teach before taking the plunge and going into a teaching career. You'll learn about the roles and responsibilities of a teacher, which are very varied. There's lots of things that you have to do when you're teaching, and that's not just teaching or training, it's all the administrative work as well that you need to be aware of. You'll learn how to facilitate sessions with learners, whether that be in groups or individuals, how to make the sessions interesting, and to assess that learning has taken place. And it takes about 48 hours, which could consist of time with a teacher, time with your peers, time on your own, perhaps doing assignment work. And those hours are spread out, so you might attend evening classes or do it in a different format such as distance learning. However, you have to deliver a short session which we call a micro-teach session as part of the course. And that's a great way to put theory into practice, and you usually deliver that to your own peer group. You must complete some assignments, and I've produced a short video if you're interested about the micro-teach session. The book covers all aspects of the teaching, learning and assessment cycle, and there's some more videos on those if you'd like to view them another time. All the mandatory units are covered, as well as information about the micro-teach session, and I think it's a great introductory textbook which introduces relevant topics in a readable and relevant format. I tried to write the book in plain English so that anybody new to teaching or training could pick it up and hopefully understand what I was trying to convey. It should help anybody that's new or perhaps currently teaching as well, as there are lots of real life examples that we've used of different teaching situations. I've also put short activities in there as well, which you can read through and have a go at yourself to help put theory into practice. I've also put in the book lots of visual aspects such as bullet lists, tables, charts and templates, which will be useful for you to look at as you work through the aspects of the book. It's not aimed at any particular awarding organisation at all, and it doesn't matter in what context you wish to teach or are currently teaching or training, so it's relevant to any awarding organisation that you're taking the qualification with. I've written a companion book called Passing Assessments for the Award in Education Training, which is more of a practical book. It has self-assessment questions in it that you can have a go at answering yourself, and then it gives guidance for you to compare your answers to, so that should help you when you're working towards your assessments or your assignments. I've also written a book called Principles and Practices of Assessment, which really relates to just the assessment units. For example, if you're taking the Learning and Development Qualification unit for assessment. I feel the book covers all the content of the qualification requirements in an easy to read way. Teachers could use it to get their learners to discuss various aspects, carry out some of the activities which are in the book. There are little examples as well of putting theory into practice, so learners could look through those and discuss those as well. At the end of each chapter is a cross-referencing grid, so it shows exactly which areas of the qualification units have been covered. There are lots of pictures and diagrams in the book, which again teachers could use to talk through with their learners. And the back of the book, there's a very comprehensive index, which is really useful if you're perhaps working on a particular topic and you don't want to go through the whole of the book to find it. Go straight to the index and then you'll know which page to go to.